All right, golfers, today I have a really good one for you. I want to talk to you today about strength. You see, a lot of my videos, or majority of them, are on mobility, stability, balance, different things like that that all golfers I feel need. But there is a good amount of golfers out there that already have that and are looking for some strength. So if that's you, this video is for you. I'm going to give you 6 of my top strength exercises that you can incorporate today in any gym of your choice. So the first 2 are going to be on a cable machine. So grab any cable machine. This one you're going to set to chest height. So you want it set right to your chest height, and it's called a row. And before you do the row, you want to make sure that you can squeeze your shoulder blades. So you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades. You can either go wide row on this here, or you can go narrow row. So if you have a single column cable like this, we're going to go single column cable and close row. So the main thing I always tell my clients is you want to have a nice loose grip when you're grabbing the handle, because if you squeeze too tight, your forearm is going to become the main mover, and you want your back to do it. So what we're going to do is go straight arms, squeeze the shoulder blades, pulling down into the back, and then row it. So butt out, nice posture, squeeze and pull. You're squeezing your shoulder blades as hard as you can, keeping a nice loose grip on the handles. So you're squeezing and pulling. When you stand, make sure you don't want to get too tucked under this way because it'll pull you forward. You want a nice posture, butt back, core tight, glutes are working, and you're just rowing and pulling and squeezing your back as hard as you can. Next one is for the chest. So we want to make sure we keep those beach muscles in order. It's also a good way to do it this way. It's going to help your golf game as well. So I like to just grab one handle. If you want to, you can use one handle. So what you're going to do here is you're going to get into a good posture. So your butt back, keep your elbow high, and you're going to grab one handle, and you're just going to push and turn. And to make sure that your shoulders are turning, you want to feel like the left elbow is trying to touch the cable behind you. That's going to get you a good shoulder turn. Try to make sure your head's not moving side to side or forward and backwards. That you just stay and you turn right around your spine and you press straight out. Keeping the hips pretty square and just pushing. Another way, if you had wider cables, I'm going to do it on here, but if you had wider cables, this is another one I like. So if you get here, you can go back with one and then bring it this way. That way you're actually working your chest muscles, but you're also working the rotation of your thoracic spine. So the other way, and another way that you can make this harder is, so level 1 is like this. So you're going to go foot back. So you have all that brace in the back. Level 2 is feet wide. You got your core to stabilize you and your glutes. And then level 3 is feet together. And then this one makes it a little bit harder because we're really taking the lower body out. And if you really get crazy, you can go one leg up and then try and balance and stabilize that way. It's not easy while you're rotating with your chest press exercise. So there's 3 or 4 different variations that you could use with a cable press machine. So this next one is my all-time favorites other than the row. I believe that everyone should do at least 2 to 3 back exercises for every 1 push exercise they do. So this is called the reverse fly. So this is a staple in the majority of my clients' programs because it works the muscles that are going to stabilize the shoulders, allow your shoulders to work through a full range of motion, and get you a good rotation turn. So what you're going to do is set the cable chest height, and then from here we're going to keep a slight bend in the elbows, and you're going to pull back this way. What I see a lot of my clients want to do is they want to come down here. Why? Because you're a lot stronger down there and you can handle more weight. Don't worry about the weight with this exercise. I guarantee nobody's looking at the weight you're using and being impressed if it's heavy or light. You want to make sure that your form is good. Your hands are slightly higher than your elbows. Your palms are facing forward. Your thumbs are up. and you're squeezing the shoulder blades again. So you're gonna pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the butt back. Don't do one of these things because that's really not helping you. Keep your butt back and pull. Keep the weight light and gradually work your way up. But I guarantee that's gonna get you a lot better posture, a lot stronger in your upper back, and a lot more mobile when it comes to your golf swing. That's called reverse flies on the cable machine. Here's a great way to work the chest and also work that rotational stability that we need for golf. So you're gonna take a dumbbell and a bench, and then you're gonna lay back just like you would normally if you were doing a dumbbell chest press. And then you're only gonna use one, and you're gonna move over just a little bit onto the side that you're working on. So if I'm working on my right arm, I'm gonna move a little bit over to my right, so I could actually fall off if I didn't really keep the core tight and use I'm using the glute on the right side. So from here, I'm just gonna do a press and then back up. So my body wants to fall off of the bench, but I'm resisting that by using the core and the glutes. So I'm going down and back up. And if you want to keep the weight a little bit lighter, you can go out further, and you're gonna want to fall a little bit more. So try that one. We'll call it dumbbell chest press from the side. We can name them whatever we want. So we'll call it that dumbbell chest press from the side. It's a great one for your chest, overall health, and well-being. One of my favorite strength exercises for any golfer or any adult, anybody that's old enough to handle a load with their body, is a deadlift. So anytime you can try and just lift weights, it's great because it strengthens all your muscles, it strengthens the bones, it helps create more back strength. And a lot of people are afraid of it, but one of the best, easiest ways to deadlift is it's called a hex bar. And it's more comfortable on your body than a straight bar. And assuming that you know how to hinge from your hips, you know how to activate your glutes, and you want to get stronger, this is a great exercise for you. So what we're going to do is step into the hex bar. The most important part here is that you hinge from your hip and you come back with a knee bend. So it's almost like you're just squatting down, you're hinging from your hips, and then you're going to grab the bar from the sides and you're just going to pull straight up. And what I like to do here at the end is add a shrug in. So you're going to come down, butt back, knees bent, head straight ahead, and then up and add the shrug. So you just come down, up, here, and back. You should not feel any pain in your lower back. You should feel it majority in your legs and your glutes. And if you do feel a little bit of pain, one thing that I recommend is get some platforms that you don't have to go down as far, but really work on hinging from your hips, head straight ahead, come down into a squat, back up, and add that shrug, just like that. And then another thing that I don't like to see is when somebody's done, they finish their last rep, and then they just go, and they lose all form. You want to make sure you set it down the same way you pick it up, first last rep to last rep. That's a Hex Bar Deadlift. This exercise is by far my favorite, and I think I've said that on each exercise. That's why I think these are all great, easy, safe lifts that you can do to get better at golf and get stronger in your overall body and life. But this one there's Olympic lifts. There's cleans and jerks. There's the deadlift, there's squats, and I believe all those are really good for golfers. There's a lot of people that say, well, I don't know, I don't want to lift heavy weights because it might slow me down. I promise, it's not going to slow you down. It's just going to make you better and stronger. So the dumbbell clean, a lot of the cleans and a lot of those Olympic lifts are very form and very technique based. So it doesn't matter how strong you are. It matters how well your form is. Same thing in the golf swing. I think this exercise replicates the golf swing in a lot of ways other than rotation. So what you're going to do is grab a dumbbell, you're going to hold it, you're going to squat down just like you were doing the deadlift, and from here you're going to pull your elbow straight up. So you're going to pull your elbow up as high as you can, and then when you do it, you're just going to catch it. And when you catch it, you want to make sure that you get into that good athletic posture to catch it. I like to tell my clients, catch it with your knees. So what that means is you go up, and then as you catch it, you come down this way. So if you haven't done these before, I recommend starting with a light dumbbell, but heavy enough to give you a resistance that you're not muscling it up this way. So from here, you're going to grab it, and you're going to pull up with your elbow. So step one is grab, pull, grab, pull. And then from here, you want to grab, pull, and go to your toes. Grab, pull, go to your toes. And then lastly, you're going to go to your toes and then catch. So try that next time you're in the gym. Don't use too light of a dumbbell, but don't go too heavy right off the bat. Do it on both sides, and I guarantee you're going to see a little bit more power in your golf game. So those 6 exercises are some of my favorite strength exercises that we use for golfers, and I hear it all the time is, I want to make sure I don't get too bulky, or I don't want to lift too heavy. I'm here to tell you, after seeing thousands and thousands of clients, we have men in their 70s deadlifting over 250 pounds. As long as you work your way up gradually, you do it safely, you can't get hurt. It's just going to prevent you from injury. It's just going to make you stronger, not only for golf, but in your overall life. So please get in the gym this month and just do some exercise, some strength things. Start with the things that I showed you. Guarantee it's going to help you get stronger, feel better, and help your golf game. It's a win-win scenario. So we'll see you next time. I hope you enjoyed.